Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 76 of Gains, and this one is titled Hold My Hoops, Kiri edition. They both said they were friends, Aizawa said from in front, having heard Midnight's comment. She nodded, but was still intrigued by the hug. Then your training got underway pretty quickly. Everything seemed standard. Bakugo was on the attack, but it looked like you were too, and Aizawa was already impressed by the fact that you were keeping up with the hot-headed classmate and looked to be holding your own out there. She's come a long way, he thought as he kept watch of the screen. As the fight got further along, he saw for a split second the moment where you suspended your own light orb and saw you look down just as Bakugo threw an explosion just to your left. He thought. She got distracted and let her guard down. But then he also saw that Bakugo had seen your concentration waver too, and had already started to run towards you as his explosion connected with the building and sent debris everywhere, which hit your light source, and that's when the screens went fuzzy and ridiculously bright for a second as the place was overtaken by a combination of your quirks detonating. Wow! Present Mike said when he saw just how big the explosion had been. Yeah, Aizawa replied to his exclamation. I'm surprised neither of them died in that one, Midnight added in. That was far bigger than normal, Present Mike said. How dense is Yin's light quirk? Has she stored some kinetic energy in it? But his questions went unanswered, as on screen, Bakugo was now at your side trying to help you up. Then in the next second, he was knocked back and had a gaping wound across his chest. Wait, play that back, Midnight said, peering intently at the screen. Did you see her move? I didn't see her move. I didn't either, Present Mike agreed. Aizawa paused the footage and rewound it, playing it again at normal speed. Can you slow it down? Midnight asked, still staring at the screen. Aizawa rewound it again and slowed it to half speed, zooming in a little as well to narrow the focal point. At half speed, your quirk could be seen in an active state as you made your lightsaber and sliced through Bakugo's chest, liquid flesh dripping down onto you before you deactivated and looked like you were trying to get up. That was very fast, Midnight said, and powerful. You can clearly see she's been working on her quirk. Aizawa nodded. She's unaware of how strong she is, which is why we need an evaluation. As her teacher, I need to make sure there are no fatalities. It's a good thing Bakugo is tough, and it was across the chest. If she'd hit an arm or a leg, it would have come clean off. What is her quirk? Present Mike asked. Light. She's from the beginning of quirk's lineage, Aizawa said, but at first all she could do was make her palms glow. She can now make a saber from her palms and detach her light from her palms. And if I rewind back here, he said, quickly rewinding to the part where you had the light ball floating in your palm of your hand. She can suspend her light now too, which I assume is quite a difficult maneuver. I don't think she is aware that she can do that. She may have forgotten that due to the concussion. I think it would be good for her to have some specialised light quirk training so she understands how her quirk works, Aizawa said. She didn't appear to be too interested in herself or her quirk when she started here, but evidently things have changed. Is that what happened? She got distracted by her new skill? Midnight asked, gesturing to the screen, and didn't pay attention to Bakugo's attack? It appears to be that way. I do believe that this was indeed an accident, so neither will be disciplined, but I've banned them from training alone. I can see why now, she said. I wouldn't trust those two alone full stop now, especially after that hug. That was not a friends-only hug. Really? Present Mike asked with surprise. I'm not here to gossip about my students, Aizawa said, taking a copy of the scene on USB and then standing up to leave. Is that it? Present Mike asked. I was expecting more. No, I have to fill out paperwork and call the evaluator, Aizawa said blandly as he turned and made his way from the room, which made the other two scramble after him. Bakugo had initially gone back to his room, but he couldn't rest. The image of his explosion heading right towards you as you looked down to the light in your palm kept making his guts twist. If she just hadn't looked down, he seethed, pacing back and forth in his room before slamming his fist against the wall. Damn it, he shouted out loud. He just wanted to run back to the nurse's office and grab you in a hug, apologise as many times as needed to make time reverse and for you to be okay pre-concussion. But he knew that wasn't how it worked, and he was pissed that it was because of him that you were in there. Pacing back and forth in his room wasn't helping anyone, so he left, heading straight for the room of someone he knew that would be able to help him, Kirishima. If he couldn't apologise to you, then he needed to apologise to Kiri. That was something, right? Pounding his fists on Kiri's door, he stood there impatiently until the redhead came to the door to see who was breaking it down. Oh, hey bro, come in. I thought you were training with Yin, Kiri said brightly, opening the door for Bakugo to enter. She's in Recovery Girl's office, Bakugo said sharply, his sharpness directed at himself, not Kiri. Your red-headed boyfriend knew something bad had happened immediately and froze. What happened? He asked in a worried voice, still motionless by the door. We were training, and the remnants of my quirk hit her, and Bakugo started. You what? Kiri snapped, his emotions jumping from chill to murder in a split second. She'd been keeping up. She got distracted. Bakugo tried to defend the situation, but the look on Kiri's face made the blonde pause. He had balled his fists up and his quirk had activated under the anger and stress that he was feeling. His arms started to harden. Bakugo couldn't see how much of Kiri's torso had been quirk activated, but there were parts of his neck now that were starting to turn hard too, and that made him look even angrier. You don't get it, do you? Kiri snapped, half of his face hardening as he spoke. You tell me that you'll blast me if anything happens to Yin, but what about you? Do you think that you can just treat her like this and I won't come for you? Bakugo scowled and clicked his tongue to his teeth. He knew Kiri was correct. Ooh, angry Kiri, anyone? Chapter 77 will be coming tomorrow. I'll see you then.